any freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power? Patriot Secret Service Sam here for a special broadcast, so I won't call it special. This is Samson's World, where court comedy culture and your world collide. I hate to come to you this Saturday morning, afternoon, to announce that a 37-year-old man has been killed, murdered, executed by ICE, the ICE holes. This is not something that is up for debate anymore. They took Renee Nicole Good, just protesting, just constitutionally exercising her right to assemble. We have tape of that. We have tape of that. Jonathan Ross did not go to the hospital. He went to a federal building, allegedly. And then he had the federal government help him move to a safer spot, somewhere nice, maybe like on the lake or something, since you Kyle Rittenhousing, they call it. What country are we living in, Nikki? You said it best. I don't know. I had to come live. You guys need to see these videos if you have not seen them. There are multiple angles. You know, they can't lie to us when we have these multiple angles. And when I'm about to show you, I have to give a disclaimer. It's Saturday. We don't need to be watching this shit. On a Saturday afternoon, I just enjoyed my son's basketball team. I coached my youngest son's basketball team. We kicked some ass, had a great game. My son almost scored. And then I got to come home and do this, do my duty as an American, because if I sit there and I say nothing about it, who else is going to be on a Saturday and have their own studio sitting at their disposal in the roof of their home? I have a duty to speak the truth. I am the Lorax of media. I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm just right versus wrong. And I speak for the trees. I speak for the people. I speak for the voices that don't have a voice. And a 37-year-old man was executed today by ICE. And in these videos I'm going to show you, you can make your own judgment. But this is not, this needs to be stopped. This is un-American. It's as un-American as it gets. There is blood in the snow of Minnesota. Let's get to the videos. It's just, this is an awful, awful thing to have to do on a Saturday.
Oh my God!
Let me show the initial one that
Border Patrol, I will say.
No. No. Here's the one from a woman, they were calling a woman in pink's angle, and this is really the craziest one. Let me pull up the original.
Go.
And what's crazy as you're about to see is the ice holes actually push a woman, and this man who lost his life, who we don't know his name yet, was protecting her.
What the fuck is wrong
Nikki
with you?
381 says, I saw the videos. It's terrifying. I'm afraid to look at them because I know that you will see a murder. Yeah. I mean, we really shouldn't have to see this type of stuff on our news feeds.
people. The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
Please, Lord.
The fuck did you just do?
And I don't even know how many shots that is.
Do.
I thought what seemed in the first video that is circulated that it seemed like one shot went off. And here's somebody, this is just typical, you guys in the comments, the trolls. You know, Gorilla Nuts, you obviously don't value life because there's no left or right here, man. You're in a gang or a cult. I'm not sure. Yeah, here come the trolls. And what's so interesting is these people who have no sympathy. Sean Young. Good job, Sean Young. I'm sure your parents are proud of you. They raised you well. Anybody who celebrates things like this, I'm just not sure what you see. And he was legally carrying a firearm. That has been confirmed now that he was legally carrying a firearm, which is so funny because all the NRA freaks, all the MAGAs, they're like, you know, don't touch my Second Amendment. Why are these losers blowing whistles? That's funny. I don't think if you can't figure it out, Gorilla. So let's keep watching this. He brandished the firearm. See, this is what I love is there's some people in our country who are not favorable of the Constitution. People like this who probably don't even live in our country. I don't know where you guys saw the firearm being brandished. I'm not sure. I'm not celebrating. Got it. Who's the, I'm not sure how I caused this, but thank you. Are trying to stop a constitutional right to deport illegals. This guy is a United States citizen, guys. There's no illegals around. That's why you have to make sure to educate yourself. I'm a Democrat and I hate guns. Okay. I'm not a liberal, but I am a white autistic homeless man and hate ICE because they are treating normal people the way I am used to being treated. All right. Thank you for your comment. Nobody pulled a gun on an agent. That is factual. There are more videos. Let's go back. Please show me, you guys in here, where a gun was pulled on an agent. Now, there are several shots that are heard. I don't know.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So I have no idea or care about the Constitution. Got it. Do you know that we have a right to assemble, a freedom of speech, a freedom to protest? You aware of that? I didn't see what this guy did. And they're not allowed to be masked and they're not executioners. What if this was your family member, Sean? You would feel the same? Why can't ICE deport illegal aliens without these left-hard? Yeah, guys, I shouldn't. Gorilla, I can't answer every stupid question you have. Yeah, people are loving this. Hinder law enforcement. Guys, I'm not seeing it, but please let me know where he draws a firearm. And I swear to God, they could kill one of your grandmothers and you guys would still say, yeah, well, my grandma, the leftist bitch, had it coming. I mean, seriously, you guys, I don't really care about your opinions because it's very clear that you're not true patriots. You're not true United States American citizens, right? Because this is a country. It is a melting pot. We were built on immigrants. My great-grandparents were immigrants. Your great-grandparents are further down we're immigrants also. We are all immigrants. The only people who are native to this land are the Native Americans. And we came here and we know how that went. So anybody thinking they're not an immigrant is, I don't know, you're not an American. I don't know where you're from then. Yes, we can deport illegal Americans, right? The problem is, I think most of you people who are so upset, you don't live around any immigrant populations, or you don't have actual Latino friendships where you're seeing our Latino friends and family being targeted. And so I think when you say, for example, my son, ICE has been to his school a few times. Some of his friends are terrified, and they are legal citizens, but they're Latino. You know, you've seen kids getting dragged out. They've deported kids to Texas now, a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. So I just think we need to bring it back to humanity. Yeah, see, this is the thing. If these idiots weren't out, and you know what? I hate to say it, these idiots are fighting for your Constitution. It's so funny when it comes to your door and they take your weapon, it will be too late. There's a reason why we don't say USA anymore. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, everybody stop lying. Just tell me where I'm lying. Thank you. The relationship with Canada can go back to what it was because Canadians are beautiful, wonderful people, and they're forgiving. Right now, our administration is not forgiving. We are acting like a bully on the playground, and that is not, it's not slick at all. You know what I mean? When you come into a room and you have true power, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. Remember Spider-Man? And that's the United States. And everybody keeps saying illegals need to go, illegals need to go. Right. But so you want all illegals or just criminal illegals? And then what? Once you get them all out, what? You know, it's like this destination happiness. You have to learn to be happy with what we have now. What happens once you get all the illegals out? Then what? Then where does the anger go? Who can you blame when the economy sucks right now? Are groceries cheap where you are? Is gas cheap where you are? Is water and power, electricity, everything, is it cheap where you are? Is it down? Did you get a raise at your job? Is everybody you know working? Is it not an extra $100 or $200 more at the grocery store now? Can you not really take your family out because it used to be 100 and now it's 200? Where are you living? Watch this. They throw a woman to the ground. Okay, maybe she was an agitator, but this is poor training. And this man who got shot, who died today, was protecting this woman who's more of a man than any of you trolls in the comments, by the way, because none of you guys are willing to die for anything. Or any of you guys service members? Or any of you trolls in the comments, service members?
The fuck, people? The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
I just counted 12 shots. And then look at it from this angle. There's an ICE guy who celebrates. I'm Canadian. We are upset of what Trump is saying. A lot of companies were doing business back and forth, and it has hurt many people. I hope it comes back after Trump. See, I think a large part about it, too, is a lot of these Trump cult, you know, just cucksuckers. I've never idolized a president in my life. Bill Clinton, oh my God, one of the most, prosperous times in American history, honestly. 1995, everybody was making bank. If you weren't, something was wrong with you. I liked Bush. He was okay. 9/11 came, not so good. I loved Obama. I love what he stood for. I still like him. I think he's a great family man, a great example of what a U.S. president should be: charisma, confidence, calm under pressure, diplomacy, a gentleman. He's got a hell of a jump shot. I know a lot of people don't like Obama. That's okay. But I never bought an Obama shirt. I never wore an Obama flag on my boat, on my pickup truck. Never, ever. Even when it was hot, man, like so hot before he got elected, man, and we all had hope, I still didn't buy any merch because I'm not in a cult. I love America. I respect the office of the United States president, but I'm not going to idolize it. And you guys have idolized a freaking president, and it's sad. And what about the Epstein files? Does anybody care about kids anymore? Look at this guy. He's celebrating this. Yeah, I counted 12 shots. Did you guys see that? The guy was clapping. Right here. Watch the guy runs in the frame. Watch the guy run in the frame and he's clapping. Disgusting. Yeah, the problem is what I was saying is most of these small-minded so-called Americans, they don't travel outside their block. They don't leave their little square of wherever they grew up in Hockomock, Arkansas, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, like wherever in the bumblefuck they live, they've never stepped out. So that's why I don't care about Europe. I don't care about Canadians because they're never going to go to Canada. They don't understand how beautiful it is to travel. They talk all that shit about Mexico because they've never been and they don't ever plan to. Mexico is beautiful. They talk all this shit about Colombia. They spell Colombia with the U. It's COLOMBIA, Colombia, not Colombia like the jacket. And it's beautiful, and the beaches and the women and the food and the culture, but you'll never know because you will never leave your block. And so that's why it's easy for you to not care about international relations or how we look to other people, because you will not go. You will not go to Canada on vacation with your family and experience what they think about you just by being American. I didn't do anything. It's about having perspective, you guys. It's cheap there in Utah. Where in Utah, though? And look, this is something, Utah is beautiful. You pay for your surroundings. For example, I'm in Los Angeles, right? It's expensive. Everybody's like, it's expensive. It's expensive. I will say gas has come down a little bit, I have noticed. But as we know, gas is not, the president doesn't really have a lot to do with the gas prices. Am I lying? Tell me in the comments. Whether it's Biden, Trump, whoever, George Washington. George Washington owned 9 slaves, by the way. And in Philadelphia, they just removed that, all right? So if the administration, you can't say they're not racist, okay? Because only a racist removes plaques of 9 slaves that George Washington owned because it is disparaging to American history, okay? Say my father was abusive. It's important for me to go through therapy and recognize that, hey, I was beaten, and this is why I have these thoughts. This is why I have this rage and this anger. It's important as humans to study your own history and our own history. That's the only way you can learn. Guys, this is Samson's World, where court comedy culture and your world collide. Again, we are live today. A 37-year-old man was gunned down in the streets of Minnesota. This morning around 8 a.m. CT, a man was standing across the street from ICE agents filming their activities from a safe distance. He was believed to be a 37-year-old U.S. citizen. An agent then pushed him back toward the sidewalk. Moments later, a struggle ensued. As you can see, he was defending a woman. They pushed a woman, which I have to say, my gut reaction, if somebody pushes me, that's fine. But once they push a woman back, you know, sometimes in the heat of the moment, we don't know. But there was 8 officers. They could have restrained him without a single gunshot of going off. Did his gun accidentally go off? I don't see how that's possible. An initial shot is heard, followed by several more. I counted 12 shots. 10 shots appear to have been fired within 5 seconds. The victim was confirmed dead shortly after. So let's be clear. Every person on U.S. soil, citizen or not, is allowed the right to peacefully observe law enforcement. This comes directly from the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Now, Troll City in the comments is going to say this was not peacefully protesting, but we've seen there's videos before. And nothing looks like he is pushing them. He does get into a scuffle once they attack the woman. That's because we're allowed to hold our city, state, and federal officials accountable. Having an observer helps us do that. What I don't understand is always people are like, yeah, fuck around and find out. They're doing it to us. We're all United States citizens. Do you get that yet? Go watch Terminator, bitch. It's happening. Elon, Sam Altman, the Optimus robot with the brain of the AI chip. Do you not see it coming? And you think you're gonna be sitting like, yeah, man, we own the libs. Yeah, man, we own those red motherfuckers. We own those MAGA. Yeah. You're gonna be sitting on your fucking front porch and a robot's gonna walk up and off you with its drone pet. Wake up, America. You're on a fake team. You're on a gang. There's no left. There's no right. There's only right versus wrong. That's where we're at. It's time to wake up. Every person on U.S. soil is allowed the right to peacefully observe law enforcement. And that's what he was doing. We do not see any evidence that he pulled his legally. He had a legally registered firearm. That's been confirmed. ICE is meant to patrol the U.S. border, not U.S. cities. This is one more horrific example that placing them beyond their duty station directly puts American lives in danger. That's facts. Why do we need them in Minnesota? Why are they there? They're causing the chaos and then killing someone, and then I just don't understand it. There's a video where there's people peacefully protesting. They like mauled a guy dancing in a wolf costume. And I mean, it's insane. For the president, it's not about immigration. It never was. It's about taking power for himself and taking ours away, no matter the cost of lives that are lost along the way. Call your senators. That is where we are at, patriots. And the whole idea, don't let somebody tell you they're a patriot just easily. Here we go. We have a veteran. I'm a veteran, and I'm in a wheelchair because I had my legs blown off. So USA Real Americans voted for to make America great again. Thank you for your service, Ron. I'm not sure. So you're happy with this. Okay. You ain't making bank because you don't work. Donald Trump is the best president in my lifetime. Oh, that's good, Jim. Jim, who would you say is the worst in your lifetime besides Obama? I'll stop you before you answer. P.S. Quebec 1760. What is that? Every Democrat president in history lowers The deficit gives us deflation and makes the economy better. Yeah. I mean, it's just because what the Republicans are very good at is fooling poor people into thinking that they're billionaires. You know, guys, it's us versus them. All you guys who are saying all this stuff, Biden, you know, I didn't like Biden. Who did? I don't really love a lot of American presidents. A lot of them, I'm just like, yeah. But I want to go back to where we don't really care who the president is. Do you understand that we've become pop culture? Like, usually we're talking about so much other stuff besides politics. Don't you guys miss not talking about politics? Or when it was Bill Clinton, it was just he got his dick sucked by Monica Lewinsky. Don't you guys miss that? Okay? Don't you miss that? Or don't you miss when George Bush, you know, doesn't care about black people? Remember when Kanye was good? Don't you miss George Bush like getting a shoe thrown at his head? Those were simpler times. That's all I'm saying. Obama, don't you miss Obama's tan suit? Don't you remember that was, you know, we got bin Laden. This is just, we've progressed towards this thing where we built up this imaginary fence between us when we're all United States citizens. And if we look back at our family trees, we realize we're all visitors at some point. So to pull up the ladder, that's fine. If that's how you are, and I agree, we shouldn't have criminals. We should get criminals out, but I'd be lying if I didn't say the immigrant culture is, you know, it's part of our lives. I love our immigrant culture, you know? We have fruit stands here in LA. We have taco stands, whole restaurants. Some of our immigrant, you know, the Thai community, some of the best Thai food, Thai massages. You know, I mean, there is Swedish massage and then there's Thai massage. And Swedish massage, you can't afford it. Have you ever gone to get a Swedish massage? It is amazing, but you go to like Burke Williams and it costs like, you know, $175. You go get a Thai massage for $40 and they wash your feet. They treat you like a king. My point is that's the beauty of immigrant culture, you know? And maybe you guys don't all experience. I imagine everybody has that in their city. You know, a good pad thai, a pad say you. Come on. That's all I'm asking. Come together. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody come together. Learn to love one another right now. You sound so dumb. Thank you, Gorilla. Gorilla, do you want to come on? Let me put the link. Hold on. I love talking to people. Hold on. Gorilla, come on the show and talk some shit. Live. Let me see your face. Here it is. All right. Did you guys see that? How many modern slaves you own working for peanuts for you? What does that mean? Working for peanuts for me. No, I don't think that's true. I mean, like, for example, I have Aguilera, my electrician. He is the man. He came, installed a light, maybe within an hour, like there was no hole, made the hole, patched it up, everything within about an hour and a half. And I think I paid him about $275 for that. I don't know. Is that peanuts for that work? Let me know if there's an electrician. So what? George Washington owned slaves. It's not so what, Gorilla. It's just, it's acknowledging it. Yeah. So what? So what is that there is a lot of Black Americans where that's not so what. And, you know, I have a Black female friend, a comedian, who she told me a week ago or so, she said, I grew up thinking God was an old white man with a beard. And that just shook me because it made me think, if a Black woman thought that God is a white man, well, that puts her 2 steps low because she's not a man and she's not white. And right away, that superiority which doesn't exist. God, to me, is not a man. It's not a woman. God is all the energy, is everything living all around us. God is the sun. God is the moon. God is the ocean. God is fire. Earth, wind, and fire, baby. You are angry and left is shit. Yeah, I guess so, Leonard. Left is aggressive. Thank you, Leonard. Do I seem aggressive to you? Leonard, again, I put the comments. He's an angry little prissy leftard trying to George Floyd some idiot who was interfering with ICE. Oh, man. Beautiful words. You guys get so stuck on this because it's all about white privilege. Well, there is white privilege. Who wants to come on the show? I just literally put in the comments. Hey, Silky Sweet, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. I believe there will be. You know, this is the second person they've killed in a matter of almost weeks. You know, I hate to say, everybody in the MAGA, do you guys want the Epstein files fully released, fully redacted? And what does it mean if Trump is all over it? What does it mean if you have to come to grips with your daddy might have been doing all this stuff? Back then, we didn't have live streamers. Today, we see every bit of violence out there, the downside of the internet. I totally agree. And Star Child, I just want to say, like, look, to everybody in the comments, let's woo-saw for a second and bring it in. Bring it in, everybody. Come on, huddle up. Hey, come on. Gorilla, come on over here. Everybody come in. Huddle up. Yep. We're all Americans. We're all United States citizens. If you think I'm aggressive, guys, first of all, I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm really working to shed all this stuff for all of us. Why didn't I want them 4 years ago? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, guys. I'm not aggressive. I'm bringing to you peaceful conversation. We can disagree. But the facts are, we're at a very bad time in our history, a time that I don't think any of us have ever experienced. There's more divide now than there is. And again, Clinton is going to jail. Guys, great. Clinton plays a great saxophone. This is so funny. Hey, stupid. If he was in them, it would have come out years ago, dumbass. Clinton is going to jail. Guys, he's all over him. And a lot of, you know, Woody Allen, I think, is probably in there. Alan Dershowitz. Allegedly. This is all allegedly. I mean, there's a lot of people who are on this list, and I think you guys got to be ready to lose your heroes. He got himself killed by not complying with ICE. I mean, but not complying with ICE does not equal execution, guys. Please read the Constitution. Show me in the Constitution where it says that. Metal Kitty 9409. I want to shout you out. Thank you for your positivity. In a sea of negativity, only good energy floats. And some people don't like my energy, and I know that right away is because people don't like somebody who's working to be happy, working to be positive every day. Spread love. Spread America, global love. I love everybody. There's no need to not love people. Sure, you can't love everybody, but anybody out there, if you don't have parents, maybe you have a lot of trauma in your life, you're angry, throw it at me. I have everybody. I have a list of all the insults right here. I write them down every day of all the stuff you guys call me. They say, where's your boyfriend? Your voice is annoying. You have an ugly face. Are you in your mom's basement? No, I'm in her roof. I tried being a Democrat, but my head wouldn't fit up my ass. That's a pretty funny one. Stop giving Democrats a free pass to keep hurting women and children. I don't know when I gave that pass. I mean, I don't know. And like I said, I'm not left. I'm not right. I am just right versus wrong. Again, If people treated ICE like they did during the Obama time, then there would be less violence. Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, he deported, I think they said like 3 million illegals, and we certainly weren't talking about this kind of stuff, were we? Am I missing some of that? Won't affect me or anyone except the victims. And I think this is brilliant what you said, Cold Pack 13, because this is a mentality of a lot of humans. You know, we watch the 5 o'clock news, somebody's shot, like who cares? I don't know them. That's a great human flaw, is that we only care about things once it comes to our front porch, once our family member is harmed. You know, you don't care about cancer until somebody you know gets cancer. Remember during COVID, you're like, oh yeah, so yeah, COVID. Oh yeah, everybody's dying. I don't care. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, whose grandma? What? So-and-so's grandma's died from cancer? Well, I know her. What? Wait, somebody's mom? Mrs. What's her name died from COVID? What? And it gets closer and closer to you and you start to care. The socialists accuse people of being Nazis. What's next? Founders of the KKK going to call. What's crazy there? Judge and jury and executioner, and they are not. That's not in our guys. That's not where we live. You're a lighthouse who doesn't join gangs. Yes, thank you so much, Star Child Unicorn. And I'm a Star Child Unicorn. I'm a Junicorn, actually. Yeah, I think we need that right now. And all the negativity. Did you guys ever see the movie Soul? That Pixar movie where the lead gets in all this tangled up negative gray energy and surrounded. And I've been there. I've been depressed in my life. I've been through a lot of ups and downs with being broke, being rich, being broke, being nothing, being broke, you know, almost getting divorced, having to deal with things, 3 children, having to keep them happy, keep them fed, keep them living a wonderful, positive life. Like when you're not feeling like staying positive, you got to stay positive for them. What are you going to do? You have one life to live. Are you going to be miserable, being angry at somebody, some idea of somebody who's a lefty or a righty? They are just separating us. That's all they're doing. You're really going to be angry at somebody who you don't know? I understand people look, I have this whole list of what you guys all assume me to be. Let me write down I'm aggressive, because that's a funny one. My wife, I need to be more aggressive with my wife. She bosses my ass around. My wife's aggressive. You're aggressive, Sam. Let me write that down. I think you guys can hear it in my voice, the amount of aggressiveness, can't you? But here's what you guys need to know is that mainstream media is dead, and that if you want to be able to count on the truth, people like myself are all that's left. I'm sorry. Again, they're going to be mad at you because you don't agree with what they're doing. Yeah, guys, we're not always going to agree. If you don't like the laws, you can change them. What are those laws? There's a constitution. Guys, again, if anybody wants to come on the show and talk shit, I am here. If you're going to be brave in the comments, be brave in real life. Come talk to me. I won't hurt you. I'm not aggressive. Do you guys see? All you have to do is copy and paste that, put it into your browser, and you'll come on the show. If the next president is a Democrat, I guarantee ICE protesters will stop. They just mad because it's Trump. I think, you know, I would imagine if they were less aggressive, yes, I think these protests. What's amazing, if this were me and I were president, which I will be one day, I would say pull them out. Pull them out and let's just see what's happening. All right? The water is hot. You know when you're cooking, you know, pasta, the water is boiling over. What do? Do you turn the temperature up? When you're boiling pasta and the foam is coming out, it's getting all in, it's about to put the flame out. Do you turn the flame up? No, you put the flame down. De-escalate. Who wants to come on the show? Peachwood, come on the show. iSub, thank you so much. And you guys, by the way, thank you so much for your subscriptions. If you guys want to drop badges, I really appreciate this. This is one of the streams of income that I have. Clearly, you have to have many, no matter where you are on our planet, unless you have a great just company you work with or whatever. No, it's always a hustle, man. Whether I'm doing real estate, I have rentals that I'm always having to either fix up or get a new tenant in, whatever it is, just millions of different little streams, swimming up the rubbies. Also, I am going to be on Comics Unleashed. I taped that last week, Comics Unleashed on CBS. So please support me there. You guys were like, oh, that's the lefty libtard I was getting to yell at on his podcast, Samson's World, where court comedy culture and your world collide. Don't forget, guys, I am doing this all here myself from my beautiful Studio 8 in the roof of my home in beautiful downtown Los Angeles, California. Thought people would realize that interfering with ICE might not lead to bad outcomes, right or wrong. George, come on the show and talk about it. Do you know how to copy and paste the link and come on and talk about it? And make sure you sub to me. Thanks for your comment. Who else? Gorilla, are you still here? You want to come on and talk about it? Biden had gas at $5 with record high inflation. Yeah, I didn't love Biden. Jimmy Carter, lower the deficit 6 to 3 trillion, giving us a deflation and a better economy. I like Jimmy Carter. I guess people thought he was an awful president, but he was a good guy. That's a lie. Jimmy Carter was horrible. But Jimmy Carter was building homes. Like, I mean, dude, up until he was like, that guy lived to like 100. He like voted on his 100th birthday. So you can't really hate on that. So Gorilla, you want to come on the show? Want to show me that you got some guts in you? How about you, Cold Pack? Anybody? Peachwood? Anybody want to come on? Metal? Want to spread some love? You guys can just join on audio. I'm about to get off. I have to go to my daughter's soccer or football game, like some of you guys call it across the pond. But if anybody wants to come on, I'm good. Just speaking some truths, my opinion. Don't care who agrees or not, just the reality of the situation. Yeah, but George Schneider, come on and show yourself, dude. And I think this is the problem, guys. Come on. It's a lot easier to type something, I realize. Texting is the great death of global communication because it's so much easier to write something that's a little bit nasty or mean or whatnot. But come on this show. I will patch you in and let's talk. I won't call you any names, but I'd like to see us. Let's break down some of these barriers. George Schneider, come on up, man. Come on to the show. I'll give you a major shout out. I'll follow you back. Show everybody you got the guts to just come on the show and talk to me for a minute, like two men. Nobody wants to talk to you, libtard. We know you won't let us talk. Chris Molina, if you come on the show, I swear to God, I won't say a word. And I will let you talk and say as much as you want, please. Come on, Chris Molina, come on down, baby. The link is right here. Let me throw it in there again. Come on, dude. Come on and talk to me, Chris. We're not so different. Are you pro or anti-ICE? I would say at this point, I am anti-ICE killing United States citizens. I am anti-ICE taking children 1,000 miles away to Texas. I am against ICE arresting fruit vendors. I am pro-ICE to take all of the illegal criminals out of our country, and do it the way of the Constitution, by due process, because as Americans, that's what we do. We're not the wild, wild west. We have rules. You know, if you're going to run a business, you can't be like, oh, don't worry, we don't need a receipt for that. Who cares? No, everything must be accounted for. And that's how you run a successful business. Man kills himself by officers there. I fixed your headline. Ramblin' Rick, please, Ramblin' Rick. Somebody have the balls to come on the show. That's what I love. You guys, come on. You'll type comments, but you will not come talk to a man face to face. Let's do it. Please. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, I know. Well, come on, Jaybird. Come on and talk about it. I'm emotionally exhausted and embarrassed to be Jewish. Yeah, I am too sometimes. Silky Sweet, how are you doing, my friend? Sam Dubsian caught a UFO on live feed. Whoa. Can you please, did you send that to me? Okay. Let me check. Guys, by the way, this is Samson's World, where court comedy culture and your world collide. Make sure you subscribe. It's everything at Secret Service Sam. My main following is on TikTok. Begging for people to call. George, I'm not begging for people to call. I'm just pointing out, why not come on the feed, bro? Why not? Come on and talk to me, baby. We have laws and they refuse to assist. We couldn't be more differently. Chris Molina, how do you know, man? What sport? Let's start from there. What's your favorite sport? Let's try and do that. Are you an athlete? Are you a musician? Look at this. Got my drum set right to the left of me. Even so, we couldn't be more different. Do you believe in Jesus? What did he say? How if they being aggressively handled or don't have the right to prove they're here legal? Did they come into the country legally? Who are you talking about, George? George, come on the show, baby. If you don't follow the law, you must be prosecuted. Prosecuted, not executed. Excellent point, Jaybird. Thank you. All legal aliens are criminals. They deserve no due process. Due process is for American citizens only. That's actually not the law. Let's ask, though. That's a great question, Chris. Thank you. Is there due process for illegal citizens in America? Okay. The Fifth Amendment to the Constitution says clearly that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law. Note that this says person, not citizen. That's interesting. And over the years, the Supreme Court has consistently ruled that the due process clause applies to all people in the United States. This is on a website, American Immigration Council, the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution. I'm not the smartest guy around. What am I missing here, guys? I'm educating myself. This is great. I didn't even know it was the Fifth Amendment, right? I mean, we all learned this in school, but let's be honest. If any of us were given a test, immigrants would kill us. Like if we had which would be a funny reality show, United States citizens versus illegal immigrants or immigrants trying to get into America. And I guarantee they know more American history than we do. I know I'd lose. Are you smarter than a fifth grade immigrant? Probably not. So did you guys hear that? The Fifth Amendment to the Constitution says clearly that there is no person shall be deprived. And that's the important part. Illegal aliens are aliens. They deserve no rights, not human or civil. Jeez, Chris. Chris, the Fifth Amendment, let me read it again, of our Constitution says clearly that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law. Note that this says person, not citizen. So that means any person, any human. Guys, go look this up for yourself and tell me I'm wrong, or come on the show and let's talk about it. Here's what's happening in your world. Waltz and Frey are weaponizing their constituents to act as a barrier against the fraud investigation. Got it. You could be right. So then what would you say the Trump administration is doing on the Epstein files? And did you know about this woman? Because I am all about the getting all the fraud out. I think we all agree on that. Amy Koch or Cott, did you guys hear about her? $250 million of fraud in Minnesota. Are you guys aware of her? Let me pull this up real quick for you. Amy Bach, not Koch, is the former executive director of Minnesota-based nonprofit Feeding Our Children, who was convicted in March 2025 for masterminding what prosecutors described as the largest COVID-19 pandemic fraud scheme in the United States, totaling roughly $250 million. Were you guys aware of this? She's a white lady, so it isn't just Somalians in America who are defrauding everybody. You guys, politicians are defrauding us every day out of so much more in the stock market. I mean, don't you guys care about that at all? Is this it? Yeah, this is funny. Let's see if I can pull up her picture. And then I got to get moving. Yep, there we go. I mean, look at this, man. She looks like a girl I went to high school with. Amy Bach, have you guys heard about this? No one reported about the guy arrested for raping multiple children because it didn't fit a narrative about Trump. Who is this? Who is this? What about the Abercrombie and Fitch guy? Guys, I am all about protecting kids. And okay, thank you, Silky Sweet. Why not? Because you're a typical libtard and we don't trust you. Got it, Chris Molina. You don't trust me with what, bro? I'm not trying to sell you anything. Wow, look at this. Execute all illegal aliens on American soil. Yeah, Chris Molina. Jeez, dude. Thank God we have I mean, can you guys see why it's so important to have a constitution? Because there are people here, Americans, who would just kill people. Good Lord. Good thing we have a constitution, and that's against the law, my friend. Are you watching a guy get information from AI? Yeah, I mean, aren't we all getting information from AI? First of all, why are white people protecting the Somalians who obviously have committed widespread fraud or taxpayer money? I'm not protecting anybody, any American who is, but what about this Amy Bach woman? You know, I'm not protecting her. So we're all here illegally. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you really get that deep and think about it, I mean, who here, how many generations American are you? Put it in the comments. I got to get moving though. They didn't follow due process coming in, so no due process coming out. Ramblin' Rick, 66. I get it, Rick. But Rick, I mean, don't we all want to make rules up, but we're not allowed to? You know what I mean? Don't you hate it when people walk all slow in the crosswalk? Should we make it like they have 10 seconds to get across the crosswalk and then we can hit them? Sure, it'd be fun, but we can't do it. So even though this is something you believe, it's not the Constitution. The Constitution says any person gets due process. Exactly, Silky Sweet. You wouldn't what? No, guys, you're not listening. Go, you guys, please do the research and come back. I just literally Googled it for you. The Fifth Amendment allows any person, even if they come in illegally. Wrong, Chris Molina. The law says due process, either legal or illegal. Yeah, dude, Ramblin' Rick, now you're talking my language. Epstein files. I want the Epstein files released. I'm not a Democrat. I think, can we all agree can we all agree before I go that we want the Epstein files released no matter who is on it? Hand to God, everybody. That's my right hand. Hand to God. I want everybody, if you're sitting at home, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice and liberty for all. Did I get that right? I used to say that every morning. Sorry, my hand was supposed to be on my heart. I'm an American. I believe in people and the American dream. But what I am telling you right now, we all need to come together, folks, and release the Epstein files. Can we all can we find something today to agree on that we all want those Epstein files released? No little black marks, right? No black marks. We want to see a clean Epstein file release. Can you say amen? She was leading the Somalians. Who? Amy was? I didn't know that. Is that true? Again, why didn't the last administration release the files? Because they're on it. Duh. And now we've put enough pressure to get it released. I don't get it. And does that matter, Sean? We all want it released. Biden sucked. Biden led us into this with the genocide that's happening. So many, just everything where our United States presidents are failing us, guys. We're not doing better right now. Release the Epstein files. Why, Ramblin' Rick, dude, please tell me do you want to think about this comment? The Epstein files don't, are you serious? Are you not aware of what, like, thousands of victims? Are you really that null? Come on, dude. Oh, you are. Okay, I'm sorry. All humans deserve due process, may it be illegal or legal human rights. Well, agreed. You're right. It's not just Somalians, but it is 89% Somalians in Minnesota. But keep deflecting. The deportations will continue. Keep coping. It's not a deflection. It's not coping. I'm just trying to teach people that just because there might be Somalian fraud in Minnesota, that doesn't mean all Somalians are fraudsters. Do we think that about Italians? Are all Italians in the mob? Are all Chinese people, Asian people, Korean people, are they all good at math? No. Yeah, I mean, and guys, if you're so mad about Somalian fraud, let's go after, what about Nancy Pelosi and all her illegal stock trading? What about all of their illegal stock trading? About 30 children. Yeah, I mean, guys, there's so much more fraud than these Somalians are doing. Oh, here we go. The right is right about everything. The left has left all logic and reasoning at the door. The more you listen to either side, the more you begin to realize this is the reality. The right is right about everything. How could you possibly be right about everything? No human is. Are you right about everything with your wife? Good luck. I wouldn't trust you to tie your shoes in the morning, dude. Dale, you are brilliant, dude, because check this out. I'm not even wearing shoes, bro. So you were right on. Kudos to you, puppy. The Somalians are not compatible with Americans. What are you, Ramblin' Rick? That's racist, Rick. I hate to tell you, broski. What would happen if a Somalian saved your life? I bet your idea would change. Wake up, bro. You look smart. I look smart, but I'm not really. My gosh, you really know how to attract them. I know. I think it's in these titles. I just, we get a lot of people in the feed, but it's a majority of trolls. No. It's any person. Show me it, George. And George, come on the show. Come on. Are you that dumb? Thank you, Reaper. Guys, this is Samson's World, where court comedy and culture collide. I think we've had enough today. It's been a beautiful conversation. I even appreciate all the trolls. And a lot of people, you guys got a lot of people who are Russian bots, need to do research. I love due process. I think a lot of people are advocating for the removal of due process. I mean, a lot of people are not constitutionalists here. I know, guys, it's not impossible. It's not. Actually, I'm not saying I agree with this. The Supreme Court said not all illegals get due process. They consider criminals. Yep. I don't give two fucks. Wow. And there you have it, guys. That is the average MAGA who doesn't care about children. That's sick. Thank you, George. Sam, do a clip after you watch a UFO. Yes, I will, definitely. Wow. That is crazy, though. That's pretty sick that some of these people are okay with petties. That's really weird. All right, guys, I'm going to have to put on different titles so I don't attract all this scum in the comments. No one cared. What's so funny? Everybody keeps saying nobody cared. Guys, don't you care? I didn't know about it during Bush. Did you? That's when it was probably in its heyday. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate all the back and forth. But man, everybody go, you're probably a pedo yourself. Oh, that was a pretty good one. So you still don't want the Epstein files released? That's so weird. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Chris. So we should expose them all, right? I mean, come on. Don't let any of them hide. Did you know me? Then how did you know that? How did you know? Yeah, under Clinton, I would agree with that, Alan. It was probably in its heyday. And now it's coming to the light. It's like a lot of the Diddy stuff. A lot of those guys got away with a lot of shit in the 90s, and now it's coming to the light. So thank you guys for tuning in. And let's talk more about this. I'm going to go do some constitutional research. I ask you to do the same. And let's release the Epstein files. That's something I think we can all agree on. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world. Make sure you subscribe at Secret Service Sam. Love you.
Can you freestyle rap at all? Not yet. Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?